Hey guys, Omni here. We are finally back with Star Wars The Bad Batch episode 12. A two-parter here, picking up after last week's episode, because as we see in the title, Rescue on Ryloth. So, I mean, definitely feels like we're picking up right after that. Funny thing is, The Bad Batch last episode was just like a small appearance. They had like one scene together. This was more like a Rebels prequel, if anything. So now I figure with everything that happened last episode, that's where we get the focus on the Bad Batch. We were just kind of getting the ball teed up for us before we got the Bad Batch coming in to try to save the day. Because, of course, being set on Ryloth, which has always had its fair share of struggle with trusting any outside forces. They've always been very adamant about maintaining their independence, their autonomy. Obviously, the Twi'leks homeworld has like a very strong distrust and poor history with outsiders. As we see how the Twi'leks are treated within different realms in the galaxy. It's pretty interesting. But in the end, with the Separatists, with all that going on, with the looming threat of the clone armies, they reluctantly joined forces with the Republic after much courting, and now in the end it's biting them in the ass. So now that has turned into the Empire. They are not leaving their planet, which was originally the deal, was that after the war was won they would be allowed to, you know, remain themselves and just exist. But no, they're setting up shop now on Ryloth, and that has unsettled the public. You know, the public itself is an interesting factor because they don't respect their senator whatsoever. They respect Cham Syndulla, and he's like this military leader from their planet who has been fighting this fight all this time. Like, they respect him way more than their actual bureaucratical leadership. So, however, Cham, for the sake of peace, puts his suspicions aside in the hopes that maybe this could go somewhere positive. However, his brother doesn't feel the same way and is smuggling weapons in, even though the Republic, the Empire, is taking their weapons away from them as part of their agreement to disarm after the war was over. Which they get caught doing so, and he even brought Hera along to be his pilot, and that got her in trouble, which roped Cham into it and forced their hand to go after and rescue Hera, which made them commit treason. And then they're now framed with the attempted assassination of Orphrey Ta. So we'll see what happens there. Now, they said attempted assassination, but Crosshair shot him in the head with a bolt. Like, you saw the scorch mark in his head, but unless they're rewriting canon again, he doesn't die at this point. Like, he's around for later. So is that like a low-powered shot? It's just enough to burn his skull, but not enough to take him out? I'm curious what that means. Alternatively, you could have like one of those droids, like what is used by, I forget the actual droid type, but the droid that Starkiller uses to train, that can like cloak themselves as other people, like with a hologram, take his place, and they can just have a puppet installed. I don't think they'll go that route, but I'm just kind of confused by what happened with Ta at the end of the episode. But I thought it was kind of funny because in last week's episode too, the Bad Batch was not in it at all for the most part. They just had like one scene where they played up with this. So like it was just like a setup for their involvement now, coming in, likely getting a mission from Sid to come and actually help them on Ryloth now. So we'll get to see more of them and them interact again with Hera, Cham, and all that. And I can't wait for that because I love these characters. So let's go ahead and dive in, guys. Remember, full unedited reaction watch-alongs are over on Patreon. If you want to see the full uncut reaction to the episode, you can also get access to that if you become a member here on the channel as well. We got a bunch of stuff here coming down the pipeline for it. We got more Star Wars coming. Disney Plus stuff, if you're interested in Marvel, DC, all that, we got stuff there for it. I'm putting some movies here and there on there as well. But guys, let's jump into this episode. Here we go. Rescue on Ryloth. That's something I forgot to talk about too, was Hauser, who seemed reluctant to follow through with his orders. Like, there was doubt, there was guilt in his face. So is his ship working? We'll find out.
Now the traitor of Ryloth, attempting to assassinate your own senator.
See, attempting. He got shot in the head.
They won't believe you.
And that wasn't a stun bolt.
Tar said you'd be a challenge, but he was mistaken. Your loyal followers will be even easier to deal with. Your daughter, too.
See, look at that.
Surely you know how dangerous
A reaction from Hauser.
Eleni, you're the reasonable one. Tell us where she is, and I will ensure she is returned to you safely.
I have seen how you treat your allies, Admiral. I prefer to be your enemy.
Have it your way. Scour the entire planet if you have to. I want all of Syndulla's sympathizers found and arrested.
Sir, the people are not insurgents.
See, and he's like debating back.
I was there. That blast didn't come from Cham or his fighters.
Is that so? Then please enlighten
Damn, this
me.
is intriguing me so much.
Responsible. You have your orders.
Yes, sir. I'll locate Harris and Syndulla myself.
That's not necessary. Another squad is handling that.
Crosshair's team is going after her. That's like such a excessive command. No, not Gonky!
Gonky's prime power source won't fully charge.
Wait, they actually call him Gonky? I was just making a joke. Being cute.
Don't worry.
Maybe I hadn't noticed that before. Have they mentioned that before? That they call him Gonky?
Omega, it's Hera. You have to come back to Ryloth. I'm sending coordinates. Please hurry. I need your help.
You gave her our comm.
Aww.
For emergencies.
Perhaps the situation.
They
is
really
not
are
as
the
dire
fucking,
as
like,
described.
A-team.
So we'll often overreact. We can't put ourselves on the line every time someone's in trouble.
Why not? Isn't that what soldiers do?
God, I hope nothing terrible or bad happens to Omega over these years. Over the course of this show, for that matter.
Thank you for coming.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
I
whoop,
wasn't
whoop,
sure
whoop.
you would.
Just made me think of Zoidberg for a
Tell
second.
us why the Empire's after you.
Because my father is Cham Syndulla.
The freedom fighter?
Yes, this was his old command outpost.
What do you want us to do?
Free my
Kill
parents
them.
from the capital. That's where they're being held.
Let's see what we're up against first. But no guarantees.
I wonder if we'll find out what's going on in that refinery.
Orn Free Tar's condition continues to improve, and he will make a full recovery.
And I wish I could make a recovery from a bullet to the head.
Of this heinous assassination attempt have been captured.
Assassination attempt?
Cham Syndulla
That's not
and his
what happened.
insurgents.
Crosshair's here.
Right. Just what we need.
I love Crosshair's theme.
Wait here.
Damn, that came down like with a thud. Fuck.
Oh, good. A probe droid.
Those things have always kind of been creepy, you know?
And so will Crosshair.
Even all the way back to Empire, that thing used to creep me out when I was a kid. They're just chanting and chanting as it's going around scanning.
Man received a transmission from a probe droid in Sector 5.
Shit.
We are all over the Imperial comm channels. The element of surprise is gone. There's nothing we can do.
Wait, you can't leave.
I told you, no guarantees.
I'll pay you double.
All the money in the galaxy won't matter if we're dead. What you're asking us to do, it's not worth the risk.
She's trying to save her family, Hunter. I'd do the same for you.
If we continue rounding up peaceful citizens, it will incite an uprising.
Then they will be arrested too. Peace has a cost, Captain.
Clone Force 99 is on Ryloth. They were spotted near the capital.
We have a battalion of troopers right outside.
That's not enough. I know what they're capable of.
Since your squad is yet to locate Hera Syndulla, I suggest you stay on task, or I will find someone who can.
God, Rampart. Sneaky snake.
You both attacked an Imperial convoy. What did you think would happen?
That gave us no choice. We had to protect Hera.
That's what I'm trying to do. Admiral Rampart's squad is out there looking for her. She's in danger. Please, if you know where she is, tell me. I'll protect her.
Nothing gets me that more than like a reg that actually still cares, man, and isn't affected by this chip. I'm still confused as to why he's not. I hope they expand upon that. If not, I'm just happy with him being unaffected.
Attack the capital? What? That was my plan.
The Imperial refinery on the outskirts. We can use that distraction to rescue Hera's parents.
Not bad.
The refinery.
Oh yeah.
5 perimeter cannons, but they are unmanned.
Autocannons are extremely vulnerable.
Chopper can slip inside with the other droids and disable the cannons.
For a Ryloth that has a reputation, for a planet that has the reputation that Ryloth has, I feel like they would invest in better security if they're trying to protect this place and keep it secret, keep it safe.
Wait until those cannons are down and move in.
So unmanned auto turrets, which as Tech said, are very vulnerable. This just seems odd. Almost like it's a trap. Chorp, chorp. Chopper's just a little hot potato. Oh, this is the same turrets that they have on the Death Star trenches. At least similar design, at least. Chopper is so ruthless, man. I love it.
What do you mean it won't work? You said you could disable the cannons.
Hey, you don't belong here.
We have to help Chopper.
First, we need to take the console offline.
How are we going to do that?
With one of those. You said you wanted to be a pilot, right?
A little help.
Oh, that was good.
Has Chopper deactivated the perimeter cannons?
No, but Hera and I are working on it. Just don't shoot down our shuttle.
Wait, what shuttle?
Here we go.
I love Tech and his dry responses to everything, man. Like, he gets on my nerves sometimes just because of how dry and, like, by the numbers he is, but that's kind of his shtick, and at times it makes him so fucking funny unintentionally. God damn it.
Hang on.
Damn, this is badass. This reminds me of a mission in Star Wars Squadrons. Not Squadrons, Rogue Squadron.
Stay here and guard the capital.
I still haven't played Squadrons, even though I have it.
What are you doing here?
Breaking you out.
You know them. They are mercenaries, but I didn't hire them for this.
Hera did.
We are getting the hang of this.
Yes, your dangerous and uncontrolled maneuvering is as confusing to them as it is to us.
Tech. Fucking calm down, man.
Stop.
The Admiral said to protect the refinery.
He knows it's a distraction. Fuck.
Then why are they attacking it?
This is so good. I love it, man. I feel like any other people wouldn't take this too seriously enough to acknowledge just how well he knows his team. I fucking love it. Between this and the cat and mouse thing on the Jedi cruiser, man, fucking so good.
Chap, wait. You're walking into a trap. There's a squad out there waiting.
Hauser.
Why should we trust you?
Because I'm on your side. What the Empire is doing is wrong.
You can't stay here. They'll know you helped us.
I will not abandon my squad.
Oh no.
I have to try to get through them. Go, while there's still time.
God damn it, he's gonna die. He's not making it out of this, man. I wonder if that is gonna inspire him, Hunter, to not give up on Crosshair.
Brothers, what are we doing? We came here to free Ryloth from Separatist control, and we succeeded. We're now being ordered to target the very people we swore to protect, and I will not be a part of it any longer. Who will stand with me?
I need an explanation, goddammit. Okay, not all of them did, but still, the fact that that many were just disobey orders is shocking to me. Oh, come on, man. Did you hit your head? Did you burn your head a little bit? Can you not aim? So that's another thing, like, I know there's plot armor in these things, obviously, all the time. I mean, that ship didn't even move. But, like, anytime you establish a character that never misses or always hits their mark and hitting things is their main thing, and they do miss, it's always, like, a little noticeable. There's got to be some good reasons for it. There was not any for that. That was so funny.
Here's the payment Hera promised.
Keep it. You'll need it.
I hope to have fought my last war. But our people need us now, more than ever. We must organize.
Well, that's not something we can help with, General. I have my own people to look out for.
If a war is coming, it will be their fight as much as ours. Come along, Hera.
Tech showed me how to scramble a ship's signature.
We'll soon see how well it works. It is time for us to go.
I know a lot of people were expecting Hera's mother to die in this episode, but
Do you have to go?
so far, still around.
But I'm sure I'll see you around. And keep an eye on your brothers. They need it.
I will.
Thanks for believing in me.
Aw. I don't know why I expect... For a second, I thought Chopper might hug Omega. Which might just lead into Chopper electrocuting Omega.
It would seem I underestimated your four friends. If only they were fighting for us, instead of against us.
Permission to hunt them down.
Granted.
There are a lot of things going through his head right now, and we lingered on that for a reason. Is he fighting his chip? I mean, it did suffer like some strong head damage the last time he came head to head with them, so it's possible, but they haven't really set up for anything like that yet. Not since then. So I'm wondering. That was a little weird. What do you think? Do you think that was intentional? I mean, obviously it was intentional, but do you think I'm reading that the same way? Or reading that the way they want us to? Like, I don't know. Because he also didn't immediately kill Hauser, but arrested him. So that was a little out of character too, I think. But I don't know. A little odd. But I like this episode, man. Got right to the action. I like the plan, their strategy. Omega coming up with this tactic. Them following through on it. Omega is just the heart of this team right now, man. I really love it. Like her childlike sense of, duty, love. Like her heart is always leading her where she needs to go and to everybody. Like where they've been doing this thing for like a long ass time. Wow. In the grand scheme of the galaxy, not that long, but for their entire lives. So it's like they are in and of themselves a little more jaded, as you kind of become a little bit when you grow up. So that whole age gap between them is pretty interesting because she's keeping them grounded and trying to help the universe. Even when it's not for a paycheck. I mean, they got paid this time, but still, doing the right thing even at greater risk. And this echoes what happened when they came across Rex as well. There's a lot of parallels that echo back to that episode in particular when they freed themselves from the chip. Was that, he also mentioned that, we need people to fight this war. We need to stand up and still fight for the Republic that was lost, because this isn't the Republic. The people are suffering at the hands of this new empire. So, again, they're getting that call and they're seeing more systems fall, more systems deal with this, more systems collapse under this pressure, this oppression, and they can only remain bystanders so long. Rex has said it. Now, Hera's parents have mentioned it as well. It's like, eventually this is going to be everybody's fight. If a war does break out, I mean, you can't avoid it. And in the end, we know they really can't. Like, it's part of their DNA, and I do think they have a want to help. And there was even a moment, that moment when Hunter lingers to witness Hauser turn himself over and try to convince his brothers to see the light. And while some of them do, which I still think that's surprising, because what we saw in the opening episode is that once the chip's activated, they lose all personality. Like, they're just essentially drones that obey commands, whatever that order is. But we see people in his crew not having that. Maybe not every chip out there was effective or as effective as they thought. But I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting detail, because we thought it was weird last episode that he was acting strange. Like, you could see it again in the facial performance. And I mean, here he's just helping them at every turn, at complete opposition to his commands, to his orders, to his mission. And I'm curious. I mean, they didn't linger on it. Nobody questioned him, especially Hunter, them who know about the chip and seeing him doing what he's doing. Like, I would have expected somebody to bring it up, or at least acknowledge it. But and then members of his squad put down their arms with him. Some didn't. So it does seem like they still have some level of choice in their decisions, which I think was interesting. I would have liked to get some answers for that. And I'm hoping this opens the door for Hauser to come back around somewhere down the line, because I like that character, man. I don't know. He just really, he quickly got himself endeared with me. We also never saw Orphrey Taw in this episode. And I'm still, hitting doubt on the fact that he took a sniper bolt to the head, and is just in recovery. It seems like a smokescreen to me, but I don't know. In the books, well past this point in time, he's still alive. I mean, we see him as far out as Lords of the Sith, And I'm pretty sure that is after this. Well after this. Like, I'm pretty sure that's well after the occupation of the Empire, as far as the timelines go. And he's in there. I don't know. I think that's a little weird. Because it didn't look like a blaster shot. It didn't have the blue of it. And those things, the stun shots don't leave burn marks. Fucker looked like he died. That's all I've got to say. I don't know. I think I got some questions about that, but I feel like that's going to be something we don't answer in Bad Batch. We got 4 episodes left. Crosshair now seeing this, and Rampart, I think now just understanding how much he's been underestimating Clone Force 99. If he can't have them on his side, best case scenario is to take them out. And now he's giving Crosshair the green light to go after them. But I'm wondering if Crosshair requested that in the hopes to kill them, because again, we have that like conflicting like pause that he had there at the end. Like he was in thought about what's just happened. I think like we've seen him a couple times. We see him processing some things, and that's different. So I'm curious. Maybe I'm just reading into that myself. Maybe I'm the only one seeing that, which is also quite possible. But if I'm remembering right, and from what I've saw in talking with people in the comments, I mean, I don't remember. I've only watched Rebels all the way through once. So like Hera's mother died, right? Because a lot of people were being like, man, well, Hera's mom's definitely not making it out of next episode. I was like, well, she did. So where does that leave her down the road? Are we going to revisit her? Is that something going to happen later? I don't know. I don't know, man. But I like this episode a lot. This two-parter was a lot of fun. And, you know, I've seen people make the joke, like, or at least one person made the joke that last episode was like, so somebody got, what was it? I ordered Rebels and I ordered Bad Batch, but somebody, the chef gave me Rebels, and that cracked me up. And it was just kind of funny. I was like, got some Bad Batch in my Rebels. But it was just teeing up for this 2-part, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm sure it plays on a little bit of nostalgia for Rebels and those characters. And if you've read any of the books, for them as well, like seeing more about what Cham has gotten himself into, his ties to the Republic down the line, to the Rebellion down the line, and even the Resistance, if you want to go that far. It's pretty interesting just seeing it come into that, because while you could argue it's fan service, I would argue that Ryloth, of all places, with their deep ties to the fight against oppression, whether it be from any outside forces, the Empire, the Separatists, whoever, they've always been fighters out there. Cham has got his renown from freedom fighting, and he plays a big part in the rebellion. So it's just further world building. It makes sense for them to be here, and it makes sense for us to see Cham and his family, which includes Hera and Chopper, and seeing that. So while you could chalk some of it up to, I think, fan service, I feel like it's necessary for seeing the world transition into where it is and setting up these characters and these relationships for the rebellion down the line, as we're seeing the Bad Batch kind of passively watch things around them change and shift and start to fight back while they are still idling, just being out for themselves. Well, for good reasons, because Hunter's just trying to make sure Omega has a decent life, they're safe, they have food on their table, a place to stay and live. Eventually, there's got to be a point where they cross that line and they join that fight. And I'm wondering if that'll be in this season. I don't know if have they hard confirmed that we're only getting one season of this, or are we going to be getting another one? I honestly don't remember. So I'd love to know if you guys know that, because otherwise I can't imagine that things are going to go smoothly towards the end of this season. Anyway, that's about all I've got right now, I think, for this episode. So I'm going to pass it off to you guys. sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below so we can carry on the conversation after the video. You can also join our Discord and we can talk about it there. Links to that and all my socials in the description of this video. Remember, the full-length, unedited reactions on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the YouTube channel itself, gets you access to those as well. I want to give a shout-out to our current channel legends, Mandy Sher, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, and Philly Vane. Thank you guys so much for your support. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, all that jazz, and I will see you guys next week with the next episode of Star Wars The Bad Batch. May the Force be with you, always. Take care, everybody.